Hey, Benito.
Oh, sorry about that.
That was amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love that intro. But yes, I am Monica Singer with the Singer Realty Group, you guys. I know most of you. There's a couple of new faces in here that I haven't really seen or had the opportunity to speak with. So I'm really happy to have you guys here. And just like Gabe and Cherish were saying, what did I just do with my phone? Okay. We originally had Jose that was going to be hosting today's call. I was really excited. I love learning from new agents. But like Gabe mentioned, unfortunately he couldn't make it, so we pivoted. But because Jose was actually supposed to host today's meeting, I kind of wanted to I got a little nervous at first. Cherish called me and I was like, shoot, I'm not prepared. I have no idea what to talk about. And then we were like brainstorming for a couple seconds and I was like, wait a minute. What if we talk about how to get a deal in the next 10 days? And she's like, yeah, that's actually pretty genius. So what I do want to share with you guys, and it was awesome sharing with my team this morning. I have been a little bit, I have been learning how to manage my team a lot better recently as of lately because I've been, I think now that we are with EXP, it's a lot easier to see our numbers, to see how we're doing. Everything's in one space where I didn't have that before. I wasn't able to really fully know like where the entire team was as a whole. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about what we're currently doing. We have 9 escrows this month that we have been in so far, and we still have a few left. And we have close to 7 million in sales volume just in the month of October. So I said, okay, this is going to be easy. I can just tell you guys what it is that we're doing to get escrows. And some of them have been really, really fast. Some of them we've met with the clients in less than 2 weeks and already opened escrow. So I didn't have to get ready because we stay ready. So I'm going to talk to you
Hey.
guys a little bit. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what it is that we're doing. One thing that has been working for me, and the beauty of the winner circle is that we all get to use each other as referral agents, right? So now, because we have so many referral partners, a part of Winner Circle, we reach out to the Winner Circle first when we need a referral partner in a different state, in a different city. We help each other out. Sometimes it's something as simple as like doing a showing for us. We say, hey, is somebody, Crystal, she's been on vacation for like a month, it feels like, and she simply, sends a text in the group chat and she's like, hey, can anybody show this property to one of my clients? And the beauty of the winner circle is that we all get to help each other. Immediately somebody said, yeah, don't even worry about it, have fun on vacation. And so that's kind of what we're all about. So with Jose, I had a client that was out close to his area. He's up north. And I had a client that was in like the Oakland area. So he actually has a team that covers all of that area. So I sent him a client. Now, sometimes it's really, you can train all you want, but you will actually learn so much more and retain so much more information when you're actually in the deal, right? That's one thing that I've learned, that no matter how much I attend trainings, no matter how much I know things, no matter how much knowledge I gain or how much I read or how much I research or how well I prep for things, you really don't learn until you have been in a transaction, until you're actually in it and doing it, right? So Jose hosts amazing trainings. And I sent him one of my leads and I pre-qualified them. And I said, hey, why don't we do the buyer's consultation together? Because I really wanted to see how is it that Jose does it? Because he kills it out in his area as well. He does over 30 million in sales volume a year. And, his following is about 6,000, 7,000. I think it's growing a little bit more, but that's a huge return on investment with what he has going with his social media. And he does it all through social media. We know that we are very social media based here at the Winner Circle. So he said, yeah, absolutely, Monica, let's do it together. So we did our buyer's presentation together. I introduced him. So what I really liked is I always start off with a text message to introduce a team member or somebody that's going to be helping with the deal. So I put us in a group chat, and I just said to my client, "Hey client, this is Jose. He's one of my partners, and he's going to be assisting you out in your area. Don't worry, I'll be taking care of your loan with my lenders that we've already been working with, and then he's going to help you with the actual showing of the properties and all of that." So Jose chimed in and he goes, "Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Ms. Buyer." He's like, "Yes, when can we meet? And prior to our meeting, I have this questionnaire that I would like to send out. If you could fill it out so that way we have it available and ready to review at the time of our appointment." And I thought that was really interesting. He had already shared this with our group, but it wasn't something that really like grasped my attention. I'm like, okay, a questionnaire, that's cool. Like I've done questionnaires. So when he trained on it, I didn't really put it into perspective. Once I was in the actual appointment and I looked at what it was that he was talking about, I was like, you know what? This is pretty cool. So I gave it to my assistant. I gave the questionnaire to my assistant. And I said, "Hey, can you recreate this, turn it into our own, use our own branding, and I want to start implementing this in our business." And she said, "Yeah, absolutely." So my assistant helped me with that, and I have been using it. I started using that questionnaire more recently lately, and it's been doing amazing. So I want to share with you guys what it is. I have my assistant on here, Angel, if you don't mind. Actually, Cherish, are you able to make her co-host so she can share her screen? It's Angel, Monica's assistant.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
Do you see her?
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi, Monica. Yeah.
Is she co-host?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so you guys, this is one of my assistants, Angel. Angel, this is the part of the winner's circle and a couple of special guests that joined us today. But Angel, can you go ahead and share that questionnaire that we created? Great. Okay. So here is the questionnaire. If you guys might want to zoom in so you guys can read it. Now, what it says is this is a buyer's questionnaire. We send this over. Well, in this case with Jose, we sent it over he sent it over through text message, and this was something he wanted filled out prior to the actual Zoom appointment that we were going to have. So it says, "Hello, would like to congratulate you once again on getting started on your home search. In order to get one step closer to finding your dream home, my team and I would like to get information on your wants and needs. Once the farm is completed, the team will be sending you a $10 Starbucks gift card on us. This is a small token of our gratitude for choosing to be a part of the winning team. If you have any further questions, please contact me, blah, 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 blah." Okay, so go down, Angel, scroll down. So they enter their full name, keep scrolling. And this is a questionnaire where they can just easily plug and play. They just type it in, their phone number. Keep going, Angel. Okay, so when showing properties, what days are you available? Now, this is going to get them excited. We're going to see their availability up front. Keep going, Angel. When showing properties, what time are you available? So now we're seeing what days, what time. And all they have to do is check off the box. Please check any counties you're interested in. So obviously you want to tailor it to your counties. Keep going. Okay, preferred locations. So we have some preferred locations on here. They can easily check off. And then we also keep scrolling a little bit lower. I think we have a box that says other. Keep scrolling a little down. Yeah, we have the box that says others. So if none of those are their city, they can enter the city that they would like to. on there. That way, prior to even having the buyer's consultation, we already know their desired area. Now, preferred neighborhood, if any, they can enter it. The number of bedrooms that they're looking for, they can enter it. Keep scrolling. Property specification, how many bathrooms. So we're learning the bedrooms, bathrooms that they want. Desired features. Do they want a pool? Do they need a big backyard, 3-car garage, or other anything specific that must be on their must-have? And then it says, do you have any concerns or questions about the home buying process? This way, when we are in our meeting, in our buyer's consultation, we can address what concerns they have immediately rather than just keeping on, keep on going and going. Keep going, Angel. Is there anything you'd like us to know to help you find your dream home? Keep going. Angel? Did she freeze? Can you keep scrolling, Angel? Okay, she might have froze you guys. Or did I freeze? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. I think she froze her screen as well.
Okay, I think she froze. Anyways, you can tailor this however you'd like, right? So we created this, but even once it was created, I wasn't really applying it to my business. I just had it there. So a couple of weeks ago, I said, okay, what are we gonna do to get people in escrow now? What are we gonna do to reach out to people and get people interested? Because I know that the market has shifted. Have I felt the effect of the market? Not really. We're still closing, and we're closing at a high level. But do I understand that the market has shifted, that there's less escrows, that there's less buyers and sellers? Absolutely. We know this, right? So we know we have to continue going harder. What we decided to do is, especially for agents that have been in the business for at least a year, or more, is we decided to send that questionnaire out to every single contact that we have. Every single contact, we sent it to them, and we just said, hey, wanted to follow up. We know it's been a while, and wanted to gift you these $10. Now, the amount of people that filled it out, I was shocked. The actual clients or leads that filled it out, I was shocked, because some of them, not that they ended bad, but some of them weren't even ready. Some of them were a year ago, 2 years ago, or even longer. And the amount of people that actually followed up and have been in an actual buyer's consultation since then, that are actually getting a pre-approved since then, was very shocking to me. Because I feel like they really liked the fact that we were taking time out to ask these questions. We were, it's getting kind of personal. Well, and it gets them excited to see what their desired area is. What neighborhood are they interested in? And simply gifting them $5, $10, they're going to want to fill it out, and they're going to want to actually work with you in the future, because you're already being of value, serving them, giving them value. So this simple little questionnaire has helped us create new conversations, get new pre-approvals that were done over a year ago, and get us going with new clients that we're actually actively showing properties to, and potentially getting into escrow in under 10 days. So this is one method that I highly recommend. I recommend it even if it's a brand new client that you're going to have a buyer's consultation with. Send this to them. That $10 will go a long, long way, I promise you. Now, will you have a couple of people that are just going to want the $10? Yeah, I'm sure you will. But you're also going to have people that are very serious, that really want to buy a property, especially if you already have a database. So this is really, really important. I I was mind blown at the amount of people that did respond, that were able to put back on searches. They're going to start getting my marketing again, because now they're actively receiving properties. We know what area they want. We know how many bedrooms. We know the price point. We know everything that they want. So they're going to start receiving properties even without me having a conversation with them at this point, simply because they filled it out. So I highly recommend doing this. Also, when Cherish asked me to do host this, I immediately remembered what somebody said. I think it was on a Zoom. I don't remember if it was on a Zoom call or if it was at the soiree event that we had over the summer in San Diego. But Gabe had a host, and he said that, he goes, okay, you guys, let's say we were in Vegas and, you know, we were at the casino table or something, and I told you, I will give you $200,000. $200,000 will be yours. You can keep it. You can take it now. You can spend it. You will get $200. All you have to do is sell 30 properties in 1 year. You're going to get the $200,000, and you're also going to get the commissions from the 30 deals, right? So you're going to get the $200,000 upfront, and you're going to also get the commissions from all 30 properties, right? But if you don't sell 30 properties, you're going to die. You're going to die. Your family is going to die. Everybody you love is going to die. Right? So what if you have no option? What if you have to take the money? You have to go out and sell 30 properties. Because if not, you're going to die and your whole entire family is going to die. What do you think is going to happen? Everybody's going to sell 30 properties, right? Everybody's going to sell 30 properties, and everybody is going to take the 200,000, and we're going to make a shit ton of money by the end of the year. But you're getting a whole year to sell 30 houses. Now, if your child's life, if your life is on the line, you guys are going to do what it takes. You guys are going to go out day in, day out, and you guys are going to sell houses, whatever it takes. You're going to do whatever it takes. Well, guess what? If you want to open an escrow in the next 10 days, you have to do whatever it takes. Why is it that you can go to a 9 to 5 and work a 9 to 5, put in an 8-9 hour shift, but you can't do that for your business? Why? So what we have to do is really apply ourselves to our business as a 9 to 5. No interruptions, no appointments for mom and dad and grandpa and the baby and, you know, everybody else, because we are flexible with our business and we can help everybody. And you know, that's not the case. You have to learn to set boundaries. You have to tell your loved ones, hey, just because I am flexible with my business doesn't mean that I don't take my business seriously. It doesn't mean that, you know, I had a couple of calls yesterday. I texted back. I hate lying, right? So I texted back. It was a couple of agents, and they were calling me. And I texted them and I said, hey, I time blocked an hour to create content. So I'll get back to you when I'm done. Now, the type of content that I was creating, I was actually searching for content on social media for my next video. I wasn't actually filming. I wasn't actually, you know, doing anything. I wasn't going to post. I wasn't doing anything, but I took that time. I time blocked a full hour to look up what content I'm going to create next. I time blocked that. I did not answer those phone calls because that's my business. If I wasn't going to do it then, the time that I decided to time block, the next thing that I had to do was go pick up my kids. And then what? Then when am I going to look at content? Well, next time I'm available. And then guess what? I'm not going to have time to create the content the next day because I haven't figured out what content I'm going to create. Little things like that, taking time out to actually plan what type of content you're going to create. You need to time block everything. Do not answer a call. If your spouse, if your mom, if whoever thinks that, you know, you time blocking to scroll on social media, obviously don't be like, you know, commenting your friends and answering DMs that don't need to be answered. You have to really do what it is that you're set to do. I like, as much as people think I'm on social media and I post a lot, I rarely go on there to look at other people's stuff. Like if you send it to me, I'll look at it and I'll comment on it, but I apologize. I don't really scroll on there. I just don't have time. I don't have time. I time block everything. I have time to post. I have time to create drafts, and I have time to look for content for my next video. But I really don't have a lot of time to sit there and just have fun and entertain people, you know, just to waste time. You people, like, they get on their phones right away in the morning, and I'm not going to say that I don't do that. I do that too. But what I'm doing is I'm posting some type of content. I'm drafting some type of content. I'm creating some type of content. I'm looking for the right song. Everything is very, very, very strategic. So in the next 10 days, what is it going to take? So referral partners. If you are with EXP, let me tell you two things that have worked for some of my agents. Number one, I had agents reach out to me, and I told my agents to reach out to other agents. I know this is rhetorical and you guys hear this all the time, but open houses right now are super important, because the only people that are looking at properties are actually real buyers. You're not getting a bunch of looky-loos. You're not getting people that are just going to be wasting your time. You're getting real buyers that are coming into the properties. Some of them, a lot of them, if they're scheduled open houses, they're not going to come with their agents. They're going to come alone, right? And that gives you an opportunity to convert that potential lead or that potential client if they want to work with you. If they don't come with their agent, I'm sorry, it's free game. You guys, just because they say they have an agent doesn't mean you stop talking to that person. Doesn't mean that you stop being kind and you stop giving them your services, because guess what? You don't even have to tell them, hey, come work with me. Hey, I'll give you a good deal. Hey, no, you just give your service to them. And when they leave, they're going to say, hey, you know what? That person's a lot better than our agent. What if we start working with them? What if we call that agent? Because I really like the way that they took care of us. They really listened to our needs, and our agent doesn't do any of that. You just simply have to be yourself and treat that client as if they were yours, even if they say that they have an agent, right? So we had, I have a listing I have two listings in Bakersfield, and they were sitting. So it wasn't the first week on the market. It wasn't the second week on the market. And I had, our referral partners, and business partners, Diego and his team. He was like, hey, Monica, I would love to be able to host those properties open. Someone on his team hosted it open, had a buyer come in, and he worked with one of his agents, opened escrow immediately. One open house. It wasn't the first week on the market. And we got 20K over asking. It wasn't the first week on the market. So that goes to show that if you're working with really good agents, and if you're just being consistent, hosting open houses, you can get business. We're in escrow now. They're representing the buyer. I'm representing the seller. Everybody's happy. Another thing, it was, another one of my agents actually on my personal team, she recently hosted an open house for another agent. She loved the house. She asked them like, hey, can I host it open? She got a buyer, and he's at 900,000. They just got him pre-approved with our preferred lender. This has been under a week, actively showing houses now to that buyer. It is real. Open houses are happening, and it wasn't the first week that house was on the market. So open houses are really, really working right now. So go reach out to anybody. Even if the house isn't its first week on the market, ask somebody if you can host their property open, because you never know when that buyer is going to walk into your open house and want to work with you. And mind you, these were not busy open houses. They were just a couple of buyers that came in and wanted to work with and wanted to submit an offer. Now, the other thing that has been working, and all of you who are at EXP, I'm pretty mind blown at this, but if you guys haven't been using the marketplace, you guys are losing out on business. I have two agents. One of them, she is brand new. Her name is Patricia. I don't know. Patty, are you on here? Yeah, she's on here actually. So Patty, she is new to the pack. She is amazing. And she went on, she's learning how to use everything because EXP offers so much stuff, right? So she's in the marketplace, and she's like, hey, actually, one of our other agents, Rosalind, she was in the marketplace, and she goes, hey, Patty, this agent out in Sonoma County, he's looking for somebody to help him with cold calling. Would you be interested? And she was like, yeah, you know what? Let me see what that's all about, blah, blah, blah. Let me look into it. So he ended up calling her, and he goes, hey, I'm looking for an appointment setter. I'm going to give you 50% of the deal. And he said, I've been in the business for 40 years. He said, starting out, you're going to get about 1.5 properties per month, or 1.5 deals per month. And as long as you're closing them, you will end up closing 3, maybe even more every single month because of the leads that he generates, right? She's been with us, I want to say, has it been a month now?
Yeah, a month.
A month, right? She's been with us for a month now. The agent called me, and he's like, hey, Monica, I spoke with Patty. I would love for her to work with us. I'm looking for someone strong. And he even started asking me, hey, is she good on the phones? Is she this? Is she that? He's like, I'm looking for a really strong agent. And she reached out to me on the marketplace. And I said, yeah, absolutely. She's amazing. She's a closer. She's great on the phones. I pumped her up. And he goes, okay, awesome. How is it going to work with your guys' splits? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm offering. He's like, I can send some type of agreement. And boom, she is now working with that agent. She's a referral agent. She's getting 50% of the deals. It's in her county. So that was really, really quick. She went on the marketplace and she found this agent. Another one of my agents, Ashley, went on the marketplace. She wanted to learn how to host an open house. She was a brand new agent. And on the marketplace, somebody said, hey, I'm hosting, I have a house. Would somebody like to host it open? It was in Los Angeles, in Altadena, I believe. It was, she didn't say what it was. She just said, hey, I have a listing. Would anybody like to host it? And Ashley wanted to learn. She's like, yeah, you know what? I want to learn how to host an open house properly. So she called her, but then she told the agent, she goes, you know what? I've never hosted an open house before though. And she goes, you know what? Don't worry about it. I'm going to train you. I'm going to help you. So she actually trained Ashley. They went to the listing. It was a $1.7 million listing. And Ashley was like, oh my gosh, this house is beautiful. She was able to create content. She was able to host the house open. And then she told Ashley, hey, Ashley, I actually have another house in this area coming up on the market. Do you want to host it open? Now that now that I trained you, you can host it open on the first weekend. She said, yeah, absolutely. So the marketplace is really, really working. So if you are an agent in our organization, you guys, don't miss out on the opportunities of having referral partners outside of even the winner circle, because everybody is willing to help. Everybody needs business, and everybody wants to keep the business together within our network. Like, why not all of us grow together? So those are a couple of things that you guys can do in the next 10 days to get business. Now, I really do think open houses are number one. And another thing that is working for a lot of agents too is reaching out to expireds. Simply reaching out to expireds and say, hey, do you need your home sold? Because expireds are probably more likely to want to sell their home than your average buyer that is scared of the rates today. A seller is more interested in selling their home. Someone that that has their listing expired. They typically need to sell their home. Sellers right now typically need to sell their homes. They're not selling just because. They're selling because they need to upgrade. They need to downgrade. There was a death. There is a divorce. They need to sell their homes. People aren't just selling just to sell anymore, because they're all going to have to go somewhere else. Interest rates are going to be higher. So it wouldn't make sense for a lot of people to sell right now. But there's still people that need to and have to sell, just like there's still people that need to and have to buy. So expires are a really, really good opportunity to go out. Treat it like a 9-to-5. Call all of the expireds. You can get those on the MLS. You can reach out to your title rep and get, addresses, phone numbers, and get all of the notice of default and get all of the expireds and call them. You have 8 hours. If your life depended on it, if your family was going to die, if you needed to sell 30 properties, I promise you, you would be on the phone for 16 hours a day until you got those 30 deals. Do any of you guys have any questions right now? I know I kind of said a lot.
Monica,
Yeah.
I have something that works for me, and it's pretty simple. And people overlook it all the time, and I'm sure everyone's been trained on it. It's just like touching 10 people a day, right? So in my house, I had a lot of clutter. So I put a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace. So anybody who came to buy these things that are in my garage, I'm like, hey, here's your item. By the way, I'm a real estate agent, right? So you'd be surprised like how many people we touch on a day-to-day basis, and we probably do not talk to them about real estate, but we need to. Everything, no matter where you are, if you're, you know, at a football game, watching a game somewhere, having a beer with some pizza, and there's someone next to you, hey, I'm a real estate agent. You got to introduce yourself all the time, take advantage of every opportunity. For example, I was putting new floors in my house. I was at Lowe's, and the guy's like, oh, okay, you're doing your floor. I was like, yeah, you know, for my house, I just don't know, because my Airbnb, I have this one and this. He's like, oh, you have an Airbnb? I want an Airbnb. And okay, here's my contact information. But we meet a lot of people at the grocery store, at here, at there, at, you know, different places, at Target, and we don't tell them, you know, we don't have that conversation. But you'd be surprised how many people out there might need to sell their house, or might be in the market, or have a relative. So take advantage of every opportunity to make those touches with people and connect every day.
Absolutely. That's a really, really good point, Steve. Thank you for that. It's so true, you guys. If you guys don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know how to approach people, if you are scared, I'll tell you right now, you guys are in the wrong business. If you guys are not talking to every single person that you meet, that you interact with, even if it's not salesy, let's say you're at a soccer game, you need to talk to everybody, every single person, and they need to know that you're in the business. We had one of our agents previously, she told us that she would go to her games, and on her chair, she had her real estate handle, her Instagram real estate handle, and her team name on the chair that she sits on. So she doesn't even have to go and tell people she's in real estate. She goes and sits down, and everybody knows that she's in real estate. So people approach her. She's like, hey, I have my whole, you know, everybody calls me like the real estate agent, the realtor, because I have it on my chair, right? So everybody you meet needs to know that you are in the business. They need to know that, hey, you are there to serve them. Hey, by the way, very nice meeting you. Let me give you my card. You can save my contact. And if you ever need to sell or purchase a home or a commercial property, let me know. I'd love to help, right? Just be genuine, be yourself, and offer your services, because you never know when that person's going to say, yeah, you know what? I actually do need somebody. Another thing that just came to my mind, especially when I was a new agent, I did this, and it works really, really good. I've always had a lot of confidence when it comes to business and when it comes to talking to other people. So I went to Chase. Like this is kind of crazy that I was like this confident, but I was a brand new agent, no sales, and I went to Chase Bank, and I asked for the lender there. I said, hey, can I speak to the mortgage lender here at Chase? And I told them, hey, you know, is there any way that we can collab? Can I come in here and try to attract clients to want to purchase a home? And anything that I get, I will immediately connect them to you. I'll come to your desk, or have them come to your desk, and have them come to you. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. So for months, I would go in twice a week, and I would set up a booth, and I would take donuts or water or cookies, just very, very simple. I had all of my branding. Every single person that walked into Chase Bank to pull out money or to deposit checks, I introduced myself. I gave them a flyer. I told them that I was there to serve them, and they thought I was part of the bank. And I got listings from it. I got buyers from it. So do not be scared to talk to people, to ask for business. Go to these banks and set up shop. You will get business in the next 10 days. Hey, hi, wait, who had a question?
Galen
Galen,
has a
hi, Galen.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I had a question because I just wanted to add to adding additional questions because I can't say enough. We're in the commercial space, but when we're talking to residential agents, even our COI, circle of influence, all of the people we've worked with either in the past or we're getting ready, we see them coming through the open house. One question say it may be like if they shoot you down really quick and they're saying, well, yeah, I'm just looking around and, oh, you live in the area. Oh, and by the way, do you work, nearby? What do you do? They work for somebody, they have a business, they have a business that they own. That just starts to segue into a great conversation. You just found out that they work for something, they own a business. Now you can go into the fact that they may own a building, and they get really interested in talking about themselves all the time. They love talking about themselves and their business. So when you're genuinely asking them to talk about what they do, you now have gone into another area, opened the door into the potential opportunities of finding out about their business, the fact that they could be leasing, own a building, maybe they're getting ready to sell something, maybe they want to buy something in the commercial space, and then also not lose the opportunity of the residential. So, and they may own multi-units, they may be trying to do 1031 exchanges, who knows, right? They're trying to move monies around right now.
A lot of people are doing 1031 exchanges right now, typically this time of the year, and simply with what's happening out in the market, people want to sell, and they need to do 1031 exchanges. So this time of year is a really good time of year for to work with investors, because of that simple reason.
Yes.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Thank you, Galen. I appreciate it.
And shout out. We hold our trainings every Wednesday, so we'll be on 3 p.m. today. So feel free to
thank you.
Connect with us.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So what I wanted to say is, for the next 10 days, challenge yourself. Time block 10 days, right? So block out 10 days. If your life and your kids' life and your family's life depended on the next 10 days, you're not going to do anything that doesn't have to do with business, right? So in the next 10 days, block out those days and do something that is business related, right? So we know you have Saturday and Sunday. You're going to host open houses Saturday and Sunday. It's going to be strictly for open houses. Remember, follow-up is the most important part. 80% of your business comes from the follow-up. So you guys can be doing all of these activities, but if you're not following up, you're missing out on 80% of your business. So follow-up is crucial to follow up with all of your leads. So if you have 8 hours in a day, you're going to do several things. You're going to go to banks, go out to banks and reach out to the mortgage lender and ask them, can you have an event? Can you set up shop in their bank? A lot of people don't know you're allowed to do this. As long as you get the okay from the banker, you're totally fine. You're not doing anything wrong. As long as they're okay with it. And they're going to say, yeah, most of the time, because they want the business, they want the loan, right? So go out to your local banks, go out to your local businesses, let them know that you're in the business. Also, I really like going to like swap meets and reach out to every single vendor. Take your business card, go to the swap meets and go to every single vendor. There's going to be at least 100. Talk to the owner, the owner of each vendor of each business, and let them know, like, hey, I'm thinking of are you thinking of buying or selling? I am your local realtor. Set up tents at these swap meets. Set up your station at these swap meets. I do it with my team. We set up at swap meets, they call them soirees, but we do that and we get a lot of people coming through on a daily. And I like to go out and reach out to all of the vendors at these soirees. So you guys can do that. They have them during the week. They have them on the weekends. And just simply make your contacts. If people say 10 contacts a day is going to get you one deal, guess what? Amp it up, 20, 30 a day. If you're going to work 8 hours a day, you can do 40, you can do 50, you can do so many more. I actually just got a agent on my team. She works for Houzz, Houzz, and all she does is the cold calling with them. And she says that they have to make 80 contacts every single day. That's her job, making 80 contacts. And I said, oh my gosh, you're gonna kill it in this business. You're gonna kill. And she goes, yeah, I'm done by 11, 12 in the morning. I said, are you kidding me? She's like, no, I'm so excited to have her start working. She just signed up this week. She's going to start working in my office. And I feel like she's going to train the crap out of my team just on simply time blocking and making 80 contacts every single day. Like, that's insane, right? So if we really time blocked, if we really put our minds to it, you can do 80 by 12 o'clock every day. But who's going to do that? Only people that really, really want to open an escrow. Only people that really, really want to exceed in their business. Okay, any questions? I know we only have like 10 minutes left.
We had a question earlier, and it was if you, Monica, can share the link to that questionnaire that you were sharing earlier.
I don't have a link to it, but send me a DM and I can like send you an actual copy of mine if you want to. My Instagram is realtor_Monica Singer.
And then we have one more. I'll put your profile here so you guys can DM her. Monica, we have one more question.
Why don't we put it in Slack channel? Oh, sorry about that, Cherish. There was a delay there.
And
Why
also,
drop it in the Slack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. And also notice that I haven't even mentioned social media. Social media sometimes is not going to get you business immediately. Social media is going to be for the long term. Social media, every once in a while, you will have a video that goes viral. You'll have people reaching out to you. But I don't want you guys to be disappointed and me say, hey, post on your social media and say that you're looking for business, because guess what? Everybody's doing that. Everybody's doing it. So if you guys really want to get into an escrow in the next 10 days, you're going to have to do other stuff other than just social media. Yes, social media does work, especially if if you know what it is that you want. And so for example, last year, I was like, dude, I have buyers all the time. Like, why do I have so many buyers? And I don't know if it was Gabe or I don't remember who I talked to. And they were like, well, because your whole page is about buyers. Like, if you want to attract sellers, then you have to tell everybody that you work with sellers, that you want to attract sellers. Literally that very day, I went online, I went on my stories and I said, hey guys, I have availability for one more client this month. If you're looking to sell your house, I can help you sell your home. So if any of you are looking to sell a property in or near Los Angeles, please reach out to me. Guess what? I got 2 listings just from saying that. And guess what? I now, a year later, am more seller heavy than I am buyer heavy, because I decided to actually talk to that type of audience. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, whoever it is that you're trying to attract, you have to talk to them directly as if you were speaking to one person, because they're going to think that you're talking directly to them. So on top of your 8 hours that you're going to put into your business and trying to generate one deal in the next 10 days, you can also create some content, but don't only focus on content. I want you guys to really get out there and put yourself out there and make actual real life contacts, real conversations, shake hands, introduce yourself, let people know that you are there. It's Halloween. Right now, you guys can knock on everybody's door. Steve just handed out candy bags. That was genius. We're going to do that next week with our team. And I thought that was amazing. People are answering the doors. You're handing candy bags. Like, what a better way than to introduce yourself like that. Yes, Galen, did you have another question, or was that? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Anything else, you guys? No? Okay. Do you want to close it out, Gabe? Oh.
Sorry, I wanted
Somebody.
to add up,
Monica.
Ashley.
Oh, sorry, go for it.
Hey, Monica, I just wanted to add like about the social events. that you said earlier, like going to swap meets, going to events, and just networking, has really worked for me. So recently, I just wanted to share something. Last week, I went to a pumpkin patch with my son, and he started playing with another little boy. So then me and the dad were talking, like the parents, we started talking, and we were talking about what we do. And then he told me that he's a CPA, and he works with a lot of clients. He does their taxes, and a lot of them are looking to buy a house. So we kind of, got in touch to exchange information, and he literally sent me two leads this week and got them pre-approved already. Just from talking to someone at the pumpkin patch, not even really trying to sell myself, worrying anything. I was literally just networking, just starting a conversation with someone, and I got two leads pre-approved already for 500 and 600,000. Started sending them houses. So yeah, just like Monica said, talking to people, networking, going to events, anything that you can do to be out there and talk to others. And that really helped me out. So I'm gonna go to another pumpkin patch tomorrow. So it's just getting yourself out there, talking to others, networking, going to social events. It really helps. Just talking to other parents, people that you can relate to, and you never know. Someone might be looking for a house, or someone might know somebody that's looking for a house.
That's amazing, Ashley. I do remember you sharing that. Thank you. And keyword, it was a CPA that reached out, or that she, bumped into. So that should say something too. Reach out to CPAs, you guys. He's setting her referral business. Reach out to your local CPAs. Go introduce yourself. You guys can probably just connect simply based off of personality, right? So it's really important to reach out to other professionals for referral business. Referral business is so important.
Hey, big shout out to Juan Antonio, man. That guy's at the gym on the treadmill. Look at him. Let's go. I love that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Any more questions, you guys, for Miss Monica? Natalie, Miss Castro, I think you had a question for Miss Monica.
Oh yeah, Natalie.
So it wasn't a question. I just wanted to say that I literally just sent a text and asked someone that I know at the bank to let me sit there for a few hours. So,
Come on, let's go.
What did they say?
I don't know. She hasn't responded, but I'll go to her house if I need to. That's a good idea.
Yes, it's a genius idea. A genius idea.
And you guys, that's why Miss Castro is one of the top teams out there in the Valley area, because she hears stuff and she takes action. That's the difference. Who else has a question for Miss Singer? That's why we want to respect her time. She dropped a lot of fire today. If you guys got anything from that, which I took a bunch of notes. If you look at my phone right here, a bunch of notes that I took. I mean, she was on point today. If you guys could just blow up the chat, let her know how appreciative you were. I mean, let her know some of the golden nuggets that you took away. If you have any questions, open it up. We have about 1 or 2 more minutes. But Monica, man, you were on point.
I can tell something about the looking for vendors. I used to sell gym memberships, and I used to go to this healthy places where they sell delis, and you get a bunch of traffic of you just standing there. And people literally walk up to you and hey, what's up, man? What you got going? Yeah. And this side, as a realtor, I'm sure that I can just recall one lender from Citibank that approached me at the last NAREP event here in Chula Vista. And he's like, hey, man, if you can send some business over. And first thing that clicked right now is I'll reach back out. I said, well, let me set up a booth and I'll send everything your way, right? So
awesome.
I'm sure that lenders reach out to us. So I think that's the perfect opportunity for all of us to just reach back out, and it's a win-win.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
And you know what? To that point, you guys, you don't have to go out, do something outside of your comfort zone. We want you to love what you do. We don't want you to time block 8 hours and be miserable and not see your kids and not see your family. So what I got from this conversation was Ashley was at the pumpkin patch, right? At the time, she didn't go to actually meet somebody, but what if our intentions were, hey, you know what? I want to spend time with my family, but I'm going to take some business cards too. So let's time block, my family. Let's make them a priority But if I sit down next to a stranger, hey, I'm going to talk to them and I'm going to hand them my business card. And you can do that at the pumpkin patch. You can do that at the gym. Like if you go to the gym every day, talk to people, talk to everybody, and give them your business card. Tap their phone. Get, you know, if you guys use Dot or whatever, like tell them like, hey, nice seeing you again. Like hold each other accountable, become accountability partners. Let them know that you're in the business. You don't have to stop doing the things that you love just to work, right? You guys can work while you're doing the other things that you love, while you're at activities. I went on a field trip with my kids last week. I told Gabe and a couple of other I told Steve, hey, I'm not available. I'm sorry, I cannot do a training because I'm going to be spending time with my kids. Guess what? There was other adult chaperones. I got to give them my information. So to that point, like still do the things that you love, but just be intentional with your time. So, okay. Thank you guys. It's 11 o'clock.
Got a question for you guys. Listen, when Monica dropped some really good nuggets, and the couple of notes that I took away was this. Number one, you want to be trained. You got to be trained on what to say. You got to be trained on what to do. The most successful businesses that are out there are businesses that have customers coming in. How many of you have gone to a shoe store, clothing store, a store, you walk inside and the salesperson inside there just says, hey, take a look around. If you have any questions, let me know. How many times has that happened where they just sat back and didn't do much and you kind of just shopped around, walked away, and that's it? That's a potential sale that store could have had. How many of us do that at open houses? Where we just sit back and we don't know what to say. Like, hey, take a look around. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here for you. How many of us catch ourselves in that situation? How many of you out there, if you knew what to say when that person walked in, exactly at the entrance, at the body of the conversation, at the close of it, how many of you would feel like, man, my confidence would increase? And if I knew what to say and I was confident, how many of you out there believe that you would close more deals? If you knew exactly what to say. So if that's you, we dropped it in the chat. I want you guys to share your email with Cherish. We're going to host a training on specifically how to master the open house script. I want you guys sharp as a tack so that when someone walks into the open house, you know how to greet them effectively, not just how are you, what's going on, some general stuff. I want you guys to know how to walk them to every single room, how to sell them, what questions to ask, so that by the time you're done with the open house and you're done chaperoning them around, it's a no-brainer. It would be irresponsible for them to say no to you. That's how trained I want all of you to be. So at the end of the open house, when you're done walking around and you ask for that name and number and you get them to commit to an appointment, commit to you as their agent, I want them to make it easy to say yes to. That's the goal. So we're going to be hosting a training specifically on how to master the open house script so that all of you can become ultimate closers, the best salespeople. And that's all thanks to Monica dropping that idea. It's the fastest source of business, ladies and gentlemen. You have people walking to the product that you're selling. Typically in real estate, we have to go out there and drum up the business. Open houses, they're walking over to you. And on this next training, we're going to teach you guys how to become snipers in the open house. Confident salespeople, proficient salespeople. So drop your email in the chat down below. We're going to host a special training just for you guys. And we're going to do it this week. We're not going to wait till next Wednesday. We're not going to wait till the weekend's over. We're going to get this thing started right away. And it's all inspired by Monica. So Monica, thank you for that today. And if you guys are, this is it for the training right here. We're going to wrap it up right now. Big Monica, we just want to say, Miss Monica Singer, thank you for the amazing training you gave us today. I mean, you had over 60 people sit on for an hour. They were just dropping massive emojis. So thank you for that. And if you guys are not part of the winner's circle yet, reach out to the person who invited you here. Make sure you guys get part of a group. You want to be part of Eagles. You want to be part of Sharks, people that are winning at a high level. And you need a circle of winners, and that's exactly where you're at today. So with that said, we're going to wrap up. We're going to keep the call on for a little bit just so we can write down all the emails. And we're going to see you guys at the script training. But let's give it up one more time for Miss Monica Singer, you guys. Give it up for Miss Monica. Drop it on the chat, please. Round of applause. Miss Singer, per usual, bomb.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gabe. Bye, you guys.
All right, let's go.